So, we've got asteroids being determined here, and I think they're now going for initiative roll because, of course, they both roll 100. Let's see what happens. That's a blank. Will we see the exchange of the token to declare initiative? If not, I'm going to go out there and clarify, which would be unfortunate. No, because of course the person with initiative chooses, and it's David. So David has the initiative in this instance.
The rebels have the initiative.
That's going to give
what it matters.
What it matters. Not really. It will matter if there are crits involved.
Yes,
basically.
But how often have you actually seen that happen?
I've seen it happen occasionally, where both players do get the zero card.
I've seen it. I've seen it exactly once.
Okay.
When I can't remember what shape. No, one of them was mine. One of them was Cavill. And I can't remember what my opponent's one that went. Actually, no, it might have been. I think it was their. I think it might have been Han. Both dropped down to 0.
Okay, so they've clearly begun. So the timer has just started, even though the overlay's not up yet. It will be accurate when you guys get it. I've now just been putting the upgrades for the various ships. So we have Veteran Instincts and Adaptive Ailerons and Lightweight Frame. I am really curious about the lightweight frame, seeing how effective that's going to be in this environment. But we'll find out.
I've seen it tested on the SFs, and it's done a lot for them.
Yes.
Before.
Yes, I do.
The jump from 2 green to 3 is significant. The jump from 2 to 3 in either is a lot. Like you've seen, they've priced the 3rd green die as 12. The 3rd red die is 12. I mean.
Well, on the Jump Master?
On the Jump Master, yeah.
Yeah, but I see that as a combination of the fact you're a turret, you're a large base.
That is true. The fact that it's a turret and a large base changes it. But still, the jump from 2 to 3 dice is significant.
I do get that people think that it's overpriced, and I do agree in some degree that it was overpriced. But I think everyone said this. It should have been the generic should have been 6 points more. Or every jump master should be 6 points more, and the car should be 6 points cheaper. Yeah, that might have fixed the problem. But then again, FFG do test things. It may seem like they don't. They do test things, but there's only so much testing you can do.
Yes, and frankly, you're not going to be able to test with your. You're always going to test with a small section of your player base who aren't going to notice everything.
Oh yeah, of
people
course.
Just think differently.
Yeah, everyone has different thought processes, and that's where things go to eventually. And it looks like we're getting. I don't know if that's Quickdraw or Backdraft going down.
It's one of them.
It's one or the other. It has to be,
are.
but there they are. I'll put the markers up there so people can see them. No surprise there, right? And now Quickdraw is going to get his upgrades be put in there, which is very similar to Backdraft, Crack Shot, Backdraft and Special Ops Training, and I believe they don't have. He doesn't have.
He does not have
Pattern Analyzer.
He does not.
That's the only difference. No Pattern Analyzer on Backdraft, which, to be fair, I can understand why. Because he is the one that. Yeah. They delete all that there. Yeah, he's the one that when you lose a shield token, and so he's the Quickdraw is the one where you want the barrel to probably get you
behind someone.
Behind someone, yes. Yeah.
Well, to get someone behind you.
Yeah, precisely. Okay, I need to make a note there. They are. So it seems we're all set up, ready to go. They are ready. They seem to be going for it. The dials are set, ready for round 1 to commence. And I believe they are just
about. There's a couple more. The A-wing is still... Oh, there it is.
There we go. So the final dial has been placed, and we're going to see where it all goes. Sorry, I'm just going to deal with this.
Sure.
I love this overlay, but it can be very arduous to deal with this. However, I do like I am very proud that we're one of the few people, or few companies, I guess you could call it, stores that actually do a live overlay for our streams. It does come with its complicated measures, though. The Shadowcaster is a very good ship, as Laser Gourmet points out. I think for me that actually turned into the kind of lesser ship of the wave. I thought it was going to be very good when I saw it preview, but in the end, it just didn't. I've only ever seen a Sarge being run.
Yeah, I haven't flown it much, and the one thing that does kind of annoy me with it is that is that Ketsuonyo is just not the best pilot for it, which. I mean, partly that annoys me because it is her ship.
Yeah,
she owns it. She should be good in it.
Yeah, that's her That's her ship.
But what she desperately needs is to be able to fly it and crew it at the same time. But you can't. Obviously, you can't do that.
But I think it'd be way overpowered if she could do both.
Yeah.
So that's probably why.
Probably.
But they wanted both to deal with tractor tokens.
Okay. Well, in that case, it's probably that it has to be in the primary and mobile arcs to do the thing, whereas a Sarge only needs the mobile.
Yeah. I think because stress is a bit more easy to deal with than tractor is, because you can remove stress.
You can remove stress. Tractor sort of forces you on. Well, tractor can just literally just dump you on top of that rock.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, so I think it is a balance issue is why that was done that. I can see that, really.
Yeah. But, I can see why they did it. I would like it if Ketsu was better in her own spaceship.
Okay, adaptive ailerons is being used, no surprise there, because you have to, well, Duchess can choose to use them, so she is choosing to use them in this instance. I'm nearly done with the overlay here. Chopper, experimental interface. Now, it looks like Robin is going to try and joust with the Rebel ships, and I'm not sure that's a particularly good idea at this point.
I don't know. The SFs do that, really, but I'm not sure the Striker does.
Yeah.
I'm surprised if Duchess sort of veers off around this rock.
Yeah, we'll see where it all goes. So let's now bring the overlay into the... There we go. Look at that. Right. I love the U-Wing. I really do love its design. I'm not just speaking as like an expansion to the game. I love its design in general.
Yeah.
I think it's a really lovely design ship. It's Lucasfilm really did a good job with making it feel Star Wars.
I think that is honestly. I think that's something that Star Wars has done well, even when it's made not so good films. The ship designs have still been.
Where are you going with this comment?
The prequels.
Yeah, I can probably guess that's where you were going with that comment. Yeah,
obviously.
I don't think there was. Okay, I'm gonna make a controversial choice. I don't think the prequels are good films. I don't think they're bad films. I think they could have been better, but they're not as bad as people say they are.
Honestly, I can see what they were going for.
Yeah, the Clone Wars fixes all the problems as well. I'll say that.
I can see exactly what they're going for, and there's definitely a good film in there. I mean, essentially, they've done the original trilogy as the classic hero's journey, and attempting to do the prequel as essentially the Greek tragedy. Yeah, but they didn't. It didn't work.
It didn't work at all.
But the Greek tragedy is a very good story.
It is a very good story. We've been doing it
for thousands of years.
Yeah.
So it could have been done very well.
Yeah, I mean, the fall of Anakin Skywalker is a good story. I think it has problems. Yeah. But so does every film, really.
True.
No film is ever perfect. And here has the prototype pilot veering off.
He's running away.
Because I'm expecting the VCX to turn in here and face it. I guess Dave is being very blasé with his. I've got all this hull and shields. I don't have to worry about taking so much damage, whereas I can kill them in one volley.
That's often a mistake.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm commenting on it.
Yeah.
But FG done a great job with this wave. I'm very pleased. I love it. I can't wait to play it.
To see when the rest of it comes out.
Yes, please. Yes, anytime soon. Sometime in January is what we think. We think it's the end of January, but that's what I hear. I'm hopeful. I want to play Sabine's tie.
Yes.
I
have plans for that. It's going to be great.
I have plans for that too. It involves slicer tools and other dangerous tech to put on. What that thing?
Slicer Tools and Saboteur for me.
Yeah. Yes.
With with Karkatan somewhere over here being helpful.
I think putting a. I don't think Karkatan would work best with that, because to me, the Rebel TIE strikes me as a support ship, but there's no combat here because they're not in range. Mm-hmm. It's very close.
No, I've got it worked out. You have Ahsoka Tano flying up, Slicer Tools to give them a face down card, getting past a focus token by Karkatan, spending it for the Saboteur to flip that face up.
For the face up. Okay.
So you're getting that bypassing shields, and then they can't shoot her unless they're practical 9 or higher.
Okay, yeah. The only issue is getting the stress on them. If they have to
this is true, which is why you can fit a
stress bot Y-wing.
Stress bot up.
Oh, okay. You are 3 ships.
Then you actually have enough points for a prototype pilot blocker.
Okay. We'll see how well it goes. And a very slow movement there by the U-wing. Not surprising. These things, I think the U-wing is kind of like a shuttlet.
Yeah.
Likes to fly very slow and ponderous, but it can pull some strange maneuvers if it needs to. A focus token there. Here comes a slow 2 forward. Well, slow for a TIE fighter at least.
Yeah.
Range 3. Target lock, I think, is being made there by Jarval, given the measurer.
Looks...
Yep, there's the target lock bonk on, so we know that. I'm going to go through and find out which one is which, just for the sake of the overlay.
Yes, that's probably a good idea. Let's see if I can make up... I can't make up the number.
Okay, so it's a quick draw, then backdraft.
They're right.
Oh, awesome. I like to get... Something's gone right tonight, which is...
Hooray.
Hooray.
That's lovely.
Here we go.
She's going to...
Adaptive Ailerons. She's
them.
not going to use Adaptive Ailerons, which, not surprising. Mm-hmm. I don't think a boost would benefit her here. And I say a boost because that kind of is what it is.
It's not... Yeah, I mean, it's not officially.
No, it's not officially a boost, but for the sake of description, for now...
It acts like a boost.
It acts like a boost, so I call it...
because it's not officially a boost action, you could technically put an engine upgrade and then have them boost as well afterwards.
Yeah, you could do boost, do a
maneuver,
do a
boost.
You could effectively make a full... If you then do a 2-turn, so you do a boost left 1, 2-turn, boost left 1, you basically turned around, but then you might as well do a K-turn. So
except that wasn't red.
True, you have spent your action though. It might as well have been red.
But it's also with some displacement round.
So we got Ray, who's gaining who's being removed
she's putting her focus onto the U-wing there,
which is Cassian. So Cassian.
So Duchess is shooting Cassian.
Here we go. Boom, boom. Let's see what Duchess can get. That's 2 crits and a hit. Ouch! Right from the get-go. That's not what you want to see. And I believe that's focus, evade there from Cassian.
So presumably, spend a token to dodge the lot.
Yeah, why 3? Oh, was she... What? Prototype pilot, maybe? Prototype pilot?
No. That's range 3 and it's in attack mode. So it
of
has
course.
2 base.
Yes, of course.
And then range 3.
Of course. Oh, yes, Nat. That's going to cause a whole another issue. Here we go with another attack being made, and I think this is with Swarm Leader in active. That's spending the target lock there.
Yeah.
Special Forces, that's what it was. Not Special Forces, no.
No, because it's getting the 3rd from Special Forces. And then, he has...
homing missiles. Yeah, that's what he's firing, yeah. But the evade token is now useless, which, unfortunately, David's list relies on evade tokens. That's unfortunate. That's pretty bad matchup. And there we go. That's like a focus drop to me. Is David going to spend it to survive? He's debating. Is he? they're talking about it. I don't. I can only assume they're talking about it because I don't see anything being removed so far. The ships have remained undamaged.
There it goes. That's 3 shields.
3 shields
gone.
popped off the U-wing right from the get-go. That's the first engagement, and already Cassian is looking like he is hurting. And don't forget, that is Cassian, it's not Ibitsam. For the purposes of this overlay, it is Cassian. Another homing missile is now coming in Cassian's direction, courtesy of Backdraft this time. Focus, crit, hit. He can reroll, and he's gonna reroll. It makes sense, do it, and there's another hit and a focus. Well, Cassian's taking what? Guidance chips that up to a hit. So, boom, boom, it's going through no matter what. There's an evade, and a blank, spend the focus to turn that, but he removes the last shield, and I believe he takes 2 more damage. And already that U-wing is looking like it's going to go down in 2 rounds.
Ouch. So, jousting with the Imperialist not have been the worst idea so far.
Yeah, it's going well. The U-wing is dying. The question is, will the Ghost die fast enough? So there's Ghost 1, there's 2. There's a crit as well. Ouch.
What is that? That is shiny, is what it is.
That is shiny. I can't tell what it is from here either.
They're
holding up. It's blinded pilot. Pilot skill is now 0.
Oh.
That's going to help Cassian Andor a little bit, isn't it? When he's touching, he gets to change his dial, I believe, isn't it? Or no, range, no.
No, he can remove
stress from it. Yeah, so it doesn't help him at all.
No, not in the slightest.
What a shame. Oh well, I think David's learned his lesson there, but that, unfortunately, he's now left with a situation where Cassian is going to basically die next round unless he can get... Because the ties may force... Actually, no, he moves first. So he will probably bump with the ties. If he doesn't, they either will K-turn or swoop around him.
They don't need to. They can shoot backwards.
Of course they can, because they're tie SF. In fact, it would help Backdraft to not shoot
exactly.
forward. So, yes.
So, I assume Cassian really wants to bump those and hope Duchess points somewhere else.
I personally think David is flying the list wrong. I think Robin had a very different method with flights. I can definitely see the prototype just being in there to block and to cause trouble, while Cassian and Kanan do damage, and Kanan lowers the attack dice coming in.
That's what a pilot skill 1A wing is for, really, especially when it hasn't got anything else on it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's David's inexperience with this list because he didn't build it.
Yes.
Twin laser turret coming from Kanan Jarrus because end of the round. No, because Kanan Jarrus now fires.
Yes.
So he's going for...
That's not the that does not have the Ghost title on it.
Yeah, he's going for Backdraft, and that's hit and 2 hits there. So Backdraft's got a chance of evading this. Yep, there we go. Blank.
Blank. So that's
just 1 little shield. Plinked right off. Backdraft. And here comes the second attack,
which
also does the same thing. So that's 2 shields already gone. So maybe this was not such a bad idea after all, because Cassian doesn't attack because the blinded pilot actually prevents the attack coming his way. So that's why there was the null and void thing happening there. So he can't kill Backdraft, which kind of is what he wanted to do this round. And unfortunately, he was not close enough to use Kanan's ability to his advantage. A shame, really. But that's, nothing ventured, nothing gained, as the saying goes. Duchess is still full health. Quickdraw still has everything. And Backdraft's taken 2 shields off. The U-wing has been the thing that's been taking the punishment. I think that's the downside of the large base.
Yes. It's...
more chance for things to catch you in arc. You can catch more things in arc yourself, but it's a double-edged sword.
It is.
Okay, and don't forget that Quickdraw and fire control systems now both have their target locks. So this is going to be a very painful next round for Cassian.
Yes, unless he can fly, unless he managed to predict both of those SFs.
Yeah, I don't see this.
But I don't see that happening either.
I don't see it one bit.
The SFs turning off down into these asteroids so they can get the back shots.
In fact, I could see Duchess thinking, I've got those two have Cassian dealt with. I'm going to go out now chase the prototype. Adaptive Ailerons and a 2-forward would probably catch the A-wing on a 2-turn, or a 1-turn even, because it's not stressed. So
it's not. And of course, Duchess moves afterwards.
Yes.
And can choose whether or not what the adaptive Ailerons are doing.
It's also thinking of where the ghost is going to go, because the U-wing can't stop; it has to move. So same with the ghost.
The U-wing can stop.
It can stop, but he didn't flip over his title, as far as I'm aware.
No, but it can still stop. Whether or not it wants to is a different matter, but it's capable.
True. Yes. Oh, yeah, because I keep getting confused. It's not the title that allows you to stop.
It has a red stop on the dial.
Yeah, I'm getting confused. Yeah. Clearly not my night. Clearly not my night today. But yes, there we have the dial set. David is looking at it. He's clearly got something planned here, because he's trying to judge something. Maybe he's hoping he'll block the 2-tire SFs. That's
what he's going to want to do.
That would be his best bet, because then he could block them. They can't fire at him. They can fire at the ghost, but they can't fire at Cassian. And if Duchess does turn to engage the prototype, nothing can kill Cassian. It does, however, leave into the problem of what the hell do you do with Cassian for next round? Yeah.
But, one turn at a time.
We're going to see how this goes down. It's only been 20 minutes on the clock of this game, and already we're seeing the writing or being written on the wall for David's list.
Potentially.
I'm getting flashbacks to last night's game, Hedge, where it ended very, very quickly, and I'm wondering whether this can be the case tonight as well. Will lightning strike twice
from the A-wing?
Yeah, exactly as I thought it would do. The question is he going to boost? Because if he boosts, he might block the. He would block Duchess's advanced adaptive ailerons and then 2 forwards.
Just focusing.
No, just focusing. Okay, keeping Ark's coverage. I don't know why focus. I mean, you're not going to be able to hit much unless he's banking on Duchess being there, but. It could be for defensive, but even though they're going to go for Cassian, they're going to go for the kill. Interesting choice by the ghost there.
Trying to block the SS with the ghost.
But why would you want to do that when Cassian is the one who needs to block?
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess the one option he's thinking of.
No, well, they do have modification against Cassian anyway.
The one thing which I'm thinking it's possible that he might be going for is trying to deny the focus for extra modification.
True, but they have got.
No, that's a mistake, David. Don't do that, because I was about to say he could have Genesoed himself, gain extra focus for the ghost, and then spent that focus on the attacks from the SF to lower their attack dice towards Cassian, potentially keeping alive for a bit longer, but that's a big if.
That's apparently too focused.
Ooh, ouch. I don't know whether to take that as a kind of a burn on Hedges' sake here. Hedges said, also, Dave is really a turret player, which has handicapped his normal play. I completely agree with you, Hedge. The problem with people who play only turrets or mainly turrets, they get into a habit, and I keep telling people this: you never teach someone a turret as the first ship of X-Wing, because it gets them into bad habits.
Yes.
It's easy, yes, it's very easy for them to learn.
They're the easiest ships in the game.
But likewise, it makes it an uphill struggle to learn things that are not easy. Whereas if you learn from a ship that requires an arc, then it becomes a convenience when you're running a turret ship. So I maintain my idea that teaching with a turret ship is not a good idea, and I learnt that.
Learn with arcs.
Yeah. I partly blame myself because I taught David how to play X-Wing with dash render. So I'm kind of to blame here, but I was young, I was impressionable.
That's not what I was expecting from the
right, but it seems that Robin might have predicted the bump, and
that is not a bump.
No, it's not a bump at all.
Shot. Yeah, if he's going to go for the ghost.
Ouch! And it makes the ghost move now even more pointless than before, because now the ghost is just blocking Cassian, who's going to lose his actions, and Cassian is then going to get blasted 2 bits. By poor the Quickdraw and Backdraft. Ouch.
no. This seems to be going very much the Empire's way today.
End of Cassian. It's a shame. It was lovely to see it on the board.
Yeah.
Lovely while it lasted.
Nice. Well,
he is doing the adaptive ailerons this time.
yes, going for that A-wing.
Exactly as I predicted. Banking. The SFs have got this. They only need to do 2 hits to Cassian, and they're most likely going to shove it through.
At which point, the other one can go for the ghost.
That's an interesting.
That I was not expecting.
I guess the adaptive ailerons is used in this instance to make sure that, or to hope that, Duchess does not get into range 1 of the A-wing, because if he had just performed the 2 sloop, he would have been in arc at definitely range 1, but the extra lateral movement might have given him...
Although, also, where the Duchess herself is pointing...
Gives her a shot at the Ghost or Cassian.
Which she wouldn't have had otherwise.
Yeah, she could also be trying to block the prototype, which is a bold play.
It's an interesting move.
I doubt it's possible, because it could just do a 1 hard and an extra.
Easily.
But then it has to worry about her catching it in its rear. Okay, so Kanan Jarrus has lowered the dice coming at Cassian for what it's going to do. There's 2 focus results.
Which is a miss.
Is a miss, but he does have focus, so I don't get why Duchess...
Duchess doesn't have focus.
Yeah, because it was Duchess to have
Duchess shot.
Yeah, and now, here we go. Here's the one that's going to really hurt. This is going to really hurt.
That's range 2.
It is range 2?
Yep.
Okay, first hit or second, do you think is Cassian going to go down?
Ooh, he's got 2 dice. He has focuses, so I think he might survive the first one.
I don't know. I'm thinking it's all over now at this point, which it could be terrible, because then the ghost is going to get an attack made at it.
Oh, okay.
He's got focus, so there's 3 hits. He's got to roll naturally to... Oh, he's going to re-roll them. Interesting. Keeping the focus for defense, methinks.
Oh, no, there it goes.
Blank out, dead.
There goes.
Gone. Absolutely, completely destroyed by the SFs. Boom.
And that's all. Crit.
Whoa.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
That's not gone. It's not gone well for him.
It's a perfect roll for Backdraft or Quickdraw. I think it was a Quickdraw that made the attack, but oh boy. Oh dear.
There it goes.
And now here's where Quickdraw and Backdraft are going to love this, because...
That's range 1 from Quickdraw into the Ghost.
Well, why?
Which cannot dodge.
Think next turn, because Backdraft's probably going to turn right, catch the Ghost and the A-Wing in its front and rear arc.
Yeah.
Well,
is he going to spend that focus? Because he does have 4 dice coming at him.
Yes, he will. What's he doing?
I don't know what they're doing.
Cassian Andor's dead. What's he doing?
Cassian would have been able to do that.
Yes.
There. Assuming allowing it retroactively.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, it is a casual game. 3 hits, going towards the Ghost.
Which the Ghost is just going to have to take.
It's going to take, and not complain about, because it has to.
It doesn't have much of a choice.
Yeah, it has no choice in that matter. So, 3 hits gone on the Ghost. Bing, bing.
And then Kanan has got a return shot with 5 dice.
Take it. I would go for Backdraft. He's the best target.
Absolutely.
You have him in arc. You could wipe him off the board if he rolls badly.
Potentially. You need 4 hits, but it's doable.
He's also the one who is the most likely to get arc on both the Ghost and the A-Wing next round.
Yes.
He is quite essentially the best target.
Absolutely. As well as if he's going to get shots on the Ghost and the A-Wing next round, he'll have the rear arc on the Ghost, and being Backdraft.
I also believe he has a target lock on Backdraft as well. That's the wooden one there.
Yes, he did, from the previous round.
So it is going to be the best target to go for.
Yep.
He has to wipe
5 dice in
to pull this back. He has to wipe Backdraft off that table.
Yes.
Can he do it?
It is possible.
There's a lot of focus in there. He's spending the target lock. He's got 1 blank in there. Reroll to a focus. That still looks like it's going to be no target lock engaged. 4 hits in general, though. That would take Backdraft with a null roll. And I believe he has got focus.
Evade and a blank which puts that that looks like 2 hits and a crit to me.
Yep, I agree. And so there goes a shield of ping off one of the off the ship there, and very marvelously displaying how the hits break down, leaving Backdraft on
so what
one
is that crit?
Yeah, because the crit is what matters there.
We cannot see.
I can't see it myself. Hopefully they'll point it to the camera so we can see it. They've done a great job with showing where the damage goes, though. That's well done to them. The A-Wing does not have arc on anyone, except for Duchess.
Yes.
Which, go for Duchess.
May as well.
He was hoping he could try and kill Backdraft, but
range
no.
1?
Go for range 1. 2 hits. Yeah, thank you very much.
Yep.
Okay, so there's 2, and he doesn't get his adaptive ailerons.
No, but he does get his lightning frame.
Because even though it was 2 hits, he did roll 3, so yes. A blank focus, I think, is what that was.
No, that is an evade, so that's 1 damage onto Duchess.
Yeah, okay, so Duchess has taken the damage already. Only 1, but it's significant that it's taken that one because, it's only got 4 hull.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to not take long to take down.
No, if it gets too close to that. Although Backdraft still being alive is...
Okay, maybe I was too judgmental in David. The U-Wing did die, but yes. Backdraft is going to probably die next round, unless Robin's very careful with his manoeuvres here.
True.
Don't forget, he has to worry about the twin laser turret coming from the Kanan Jarrus at range 2 to 3. So he's going to want to make sure that Backdraft gets away. The best thing you could do is hope that David will bump and Backdraft himself will bump. Either way, Backdraft will get his shot before he does get killed, no matter what, providing he has an arc, but with 2 arcs, he's going to have coverage.
He's got an arc.
He's got double the likelihood of getting something in arc. And most likely, as I said before, he'll catch both the Ghost and the prototype.
And be able to use his title for the 2 shots.
It's Quickdraw who's the dangerous one. The worrying one, because a turn will not clear her. But can they K turn? I know they can sloop, but can they K?
I cannot remember. I think they only have sloops.
Okay, because I do think she'll need to sloop, because although she can fire backwards, she's then flying away from the engagement.
Yeah.
That is my concern there. Duchess...
Yes, but a sloop will just hit the Ghost, though. The Ghost will have moved by that time.
Yes, the Ghost moves first.
Yes.
So they would be clear.
Yes, assuming that the Ghost is...
not intentionally blocking.
Yes.
Yes, that is...
Which it might do. It might... that might not be a terrible idea.
No, I don't think it would. It would force the Duchess to not use the adaptive ailerons, which means the A-Wing can then probably swoop in and do a 1 turn and catch it just out of the rear. But we'll see.
Which then...
The downside then is that the Ghost doesn't get its twin laser turret.
True.
And the twin laser is probably what would kill Backdraft. So I think Dave is going to look to pass, but pass slowly. Enough to pass them, but keep within range, as it were.
Yeah, to be able to knock off Backdraft.
Yeah.
Which will help him immensely.
Yeah. Okay.
Although possibly not enough.
Here's the prototype, and it's doing a 5... forward, because they
have a 5k.
They do have a 5k, yeah. So,
Although I'm not sure I would have done that.
No. Well, then again, it's not got to push the limit. I guess.
Under that's just a 5 forward. That is.
Why?
I'm confused. No,
Why?
I'm very.
It's not a flank. I know the A-wing is usually a flank. This is, I think, David's problem. He's not really used to flying A-wings.
This is a blocking A-wing.
Yeah, it's a blocking. It's not a flanker.
Duchess can't use adaptive ailerons
because she's stressed.
She's stressed.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what this A-Wing's doing.
What is he doing? I don't get this.
Hedge is confirming that the SF does only have sloops.
Cool. Thank you, Hedge. And Hedge agrees. This is a really weird choice.
This is a very strange thing to do with an A-Wing.
I don't know what's going on here.
No, I would have turned it in here, tried to bump the Duchess or something along those lines.
The A-Wing is going completely away from the engagement.
Yeah. No, I would have absolutely turned it in.
Well, that's a straight, thinking, of course, rightly, that Backdraft doesn't need to get front arc. Why is it? Is that what the crit was? Is it PS0 now?
Is that what the crit was? Is it PS0 now? Is that what the crit was? Is it PS0 now? Is that what the crit was? Is it PS0 now? Is that what the crit was? Is it PS0 now? 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 Except then it wouldn't... Why is it going now?
Oh.
Why is it moving?
That's a good point. I'll go and ask them.
Excellent.
I'll go and ask them. You keep our viewers entertained.
Okay. Well, just going to go find out what that was. But no, I really don't know what that A-Wing was up to. But okay, so the ghost is turning through there, which that does put it in range to twin laser turret into backdraft, which would probably do it for backdraft. It might be the PS0 quit, although the prototype moved first, although that might have just been
Pilot skill 0.
It is pilot skill 0. They just accidentally moved the A-Wing first.
I think in the end it wouldn't matter.
Oh no, it wouldn't have mattered at all. But
yes.
Okay, no, that makes sense. That is actually a big pain for backdraft because that means it won't get its shot before
it dies. Yeah, that's actually
which is
that could play really into David's favour there.
That is probably the best crit the thing could have got. I think.
There we go. Pilot skill 0.
Especially as that range, that backdraft is doomed at this point.
Yeah. It's not uncommon for people to actually miss up on crits like that, especially the one that changes the actual cards. And such.
I mean, you're not used to it, and at this point, it didn't matter which one went first between those two.
I'm going to beat your dead horse. Damage crit tokens. You know, they exist. They exist for a reason. And unfortunately...
And no one uses them.
And Backdraft is caught at range 3. The twin laser turret is probably going to kill him.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And he's not going to get we thought he could get a shot, and he's not. It's so close, yet so far.
And that's... Yep, you can't use adaptive allowance when stressed. That's fine.
Good man, thanks for showing us that.
Excellent.
So a bank probably is what this thing is set to do.
That looks like a 2 straight.
Oh, okay. Well,
which is green.
He is still going to... He might just catch the ghost.
Maybe. It can barrel roll.
He can barrel roll. But then he has nothing to modify, and then he's ending up very close to the ghost. Then again,
yes, but the ghost is going to try to kill Backdraft.
That is true. I do concede that point.
It's just the... Yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
And that's probably
maximum range 1 damage.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be able to be shot by the ghost anyway.
Yeah. This is a very interesting game, I think. It's definitely going unusual in my perspective. I have no idea what David is doing with that A-Wing. It's a mystery. I don't
know. Although, from what it sounds like, he's not particularly used to them, so maybe he doesn't...
maybe it's...
Kanan is dropping a die from the attack there.
Makes sense, given the fact that he might as well. Lower the damage coming his way.
Absolutely, and that's... that was cocked. Those two look like focuses. And
one hit.
One.
So that kind of works in a way.
Well, yeah.
Only
that
one
is
hit.
It's not what Duchess would have wanted at all.
No, a very intelligent move there. See, at that point the focus would have mattered, but he would have been then 2 less dice because he wouldn't had the range 1 bonus.
Yes,
I'm not even actually using an arc.
I don't think he was.
That could have been why. Yes. But here come the SF to try and do something. At least Quickdraw, who still has his pilot skill 9.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I just can't. I keep looking at that A-Wing and think, what on earth is going on?
It could have gone around here and had a shot on Duchess.
Yeah, one hard turn. He could have doubled up on taking down Backdraft, just on the off chance that he would somehow evade both. That's 2 hits going towards Kanan Jarrus.
Yep.
There goes shields. Clearly we are missing a damage somewhere. So that's easily fixed as we just get rid of those and we lower down the hull.
There we go. And twin lasers,
makes sense.
The obvious choice.
Double the chance of killing Backdraft, because all you need is 1.
All you need is 1, and you have target locks.
I like to call Backdraft, the twin laser turret, my Tesco's build. Every little helps. Here we go.
That's 2? That's
the 3. That's dead.
That's enough.
That's dead.
That's,
we're in limbo now, as Backdraft has no hull left.
Yep.
And is officially now removed from the board.
Which means that he's not getting his shot.
Okay, so David's pulled this around a little bit.
A little, but Quickdraw's still undamaged.
Yep, Duchess still has taken 1 damage, so that's something, but I do agree that Quickdraw is danger.
If that A-wing had turned in, Duchess might be on.
Especially since Quickdraw's the one who's going to get the extra attacks.
Yes.
So, saving him for last is probably not the wisest move that David is making here.
Probably not. You want to wipe those shields as fast as you possibly can.
Ideally, you want to wipe all 3 shields off in one foul swoop.
Yeah, or at least in one turn, because it can only get one.
So this is an instance where he doesn't want to use the twin laser because it's going to use... Actually, no. The twin laser would always remove 2. So the twin laser is not a bad choice, but you then have to concern itself with the 1. As long as the A-wing can strip the final shield, then it's good.
Yeah, but with the A-wing's little tiny guns...
Hey,
it can, obviously.
I think they can.
Obviously they can, and the Quickdraw does only have 2 green dice.
Yes.
To counter that with.
And I think Quickdraw, because Quickdraw fires first, there's more of a chance of him spending the focus on attack rather than defense.
Yes. On the other hand, the A-wing is all the way over there.
Yeah. Again, no idea why that's going on with that. I could understand the 5k. I really could, but
the 5k I could have seen. Then you do a 2 hard into here.
Exactly. Yeah.
But right now that A-wing is not doing anything
unless he's hoping. The only way I can see this being the case is he's pulling the A-wing around to cover the rear arc of the ghost, assuming the Duchess can get into range 1.
Well, that's a hard 2.
Yeah, and a boost. He's probably going to boost, bring it round to face the ghost.
Looks like what he's indicating here.
Yeah. Is that going to be what we see? Yep, there we go. There's a boost.
There it is.
So he is using the A-wing to cover the rear arc of the ghost, because of course the ghost cannot fire up its rear arc, and if something gets within the donut hole of twin laser, that's all she wrote. Okay, I can remove number 3 because of course we want to.
It's gone.
In fact, I'm going to remove both because we now know which the surviving one is.
Yes.
So there we go.
That is absolutely quick draw.
Okay, that's not bad flying on David's part. I do think the A-wing's been out of the combat far too long. In fact, I got concerned when he started to move the A-wing away from the combat in the first turn.
Round. Yeah,
it's like
that is a bumping ship.
Yeah, usually A-wings do play like that. Like if you're playing Jake or something, yes.
Yeah.
Prototype, no. They're 15 points.
On the plus side for David though, Quickdraw is also well out of it for this turn.
That is true.
Possibly next.
Yeah. Because the ghost can move.
Yes, it can, if it needs to. So he might have just managed to drop it out of the fight for hoping. I assume he's hoping long enough for him to deal with Duchess.
Yeah, but the adaptive ailerons and a 2-turn will bring him within will bring Duchess within the donut hole.
Yeah.
But the prototype would probably then get a shot, which is hopeful.
It's something, yeah. And then what's this? That's a turn.
It's a 1-turn.
That's a hard one.
Whoa, I didn't expect that one.
No, but it makes an awful lot of sense.
It does.
That's the donut hole right there.
He might have just squinked out of the A-wings one as well.
I think he's in the A-wings arc.
I think just barely. It's close. It looks close.
I think he's in it. But it's
yeah. Well, clearly.
Either way, I think that's probably the best position Duchess can be in.
And here's the problem for David, because now Duchess is range 1 in the donut hole. He cannot attack her at all, and Duchess can now just blast away.
Yes.
Or
maybe not.
That was a terrible roll. That's only 1 hit, wasn't it?
That looked like just 1, yeah.
So yeah, Duchess is it's been rolling really terribly for this. That's saving David quite a lot, and I think him negating a dice is helping as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Kanan is very much a debuffer ship, and I like him.
And Hedge is claiming that the ghost should have K-turned, which is possibly true.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see
because then it will be turned around to get past the Duchess for this turn, and then would have been able to TLT it on the next round.
Then with David,
and this turn had actual shot on it.
David, he doesn't use that 5k more. He doesn't use it.
That looks like the Duchess is dodging handily.
Yep, handily.
Not a
fine.
problem.
She's all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dave doesn't utilise that K-turn as much as he should, and he should because yes, he's got a turret. He's also got a vulnerable range 1 donut hole.
He does.
He needs to K-turn,
and it can't K-turn here. That'll fly off the board.
Besides, even if you do have arc on, if you do have a twin laser turret, you have a pro weapon that's 4 attack dice,
which is just better.
Yeah, it's just better. You can do.
He turned around. That would have been 5 into Duchess. That could have wiped her.
You clean off the board. Just gone.
Yeah, absolutely. The Katon would have been an excellent move there.
Yeah, and then if he didn't, he gained fire control for the next time he wanted to try something like that.
Yes.
And then he just flies past Duchess. She's going the other direction. He catches her with a twin laser on the return journey.
Yeah, and finishes her off.
Exactly.
Assuming she survives the 5 dice.
Exactly. So I think that David has made several tactical errors in this game. I'm sorry to say that because I know he's watching right now and he's probably going to hate me for saying all these horrible things. But I have to be honest, it was just mistake after mistake after mistake.
It's a list that doesn't fit the way he seems to play.
Yeah, which is fair because it was voted that it was because... Which in the future, when we have... Because, we were going to have Gareth Chambers in tonight, but he unfortunately had to pull out because of family commitments. In future, I think what we're going to have to say is every commentator gets 3 lists or whatnot, regardless of what they fly. Sorry, David. Then the viewers vote for 2 on the list, but they have to be 2 different commentators.
I think that would make sense.
Because then, at least, they are familiar with the list that they built.
Yes, and they've built it to their own style of play.
I agree. I fully agree.
I assume is going to be a 5k from the A-Wing.
Too little too late, I think, at this point.
Yes. Yeah, but still, at this point...
That should have been 3 rounds earlier, David.
Well, no, it should have been a 2 halvings.
If the ghost turns 2 here...
Yes.
He can...
Which it's turning 3.
So he's going to be stressed. That's not what you do, David. You turn 2 and then you stress yourself next one when you pull the 5k. Because now you can't pull the 5k. See, because he's using chopping and gaze. That's not going to help. I still maintain the best option because he's
taking a damage for this.
With a 2, taking a damage for that, so that he's already debuffing himself. Although I get that's the point. I think it's not the right time to do that for this one. If he just did a turn 2, he could have flown right through those 2 asteroids there.
Yeah.
K turned around.
Yeah.
And yes, he might be flanked by Quickdraw next round, but he can then bear down on Duchess with his 4 attack dice.
Yes.
And the A-Wing is in the back to just plink away. He has it pincered essentially then. But no, now he's fixed into doing a...
Nuts.
Yeah.
Quickdraw going for the...
Hedge made a good point, which I'm going to state for David to hear. This is the price of turrets. This is what learning to fly turrets and only considering turrets gets you. Without considering... You're not considering arcs, you're not considering that forgot prime weapon value that's higher and more damaging than Twin Laser Turret, even though Twin Laser Turret is... Think about David, which I will give him credit for. He's a statistics man. He's like, okay, if I do Twin Laser Turret, there is... whatever it is, 95 or 85% chance I will do 2 damage. Whereas if I use 4 there's only a whatever it is, 50 or 40% chance of doing whatever it is, how many damage. And he looks at the statistics when sometimes you've got to take the risk and go for the higher damage.
Go for the shot that might... Yeah, sometimes you have to take the shot that it has a lower chance of working, but if it does, it'll win you the game.
Hedge also states he's wedded to his turret. He can't take any other option, and yes I agree. I
think he's right.
He's right.
Even taking into account that we both know Hedge has very strong opinions on
and
turrets.
And again, Duchess just scores one hit.
The Duchess is not... The dice do not like her today.
No, it's fascinating. However, here Quickdraw's coming in quickly.
Yes, and he's... he's probably going to get another shot.
That's...
no,
that is in.
Just reach.
That is in.
So the ghost has a green die. But that's
a good point from me. Another Hedges with all the very zen comment here.
So afraid
to lose, you give up your chance to win.
It's true though. It is very true.
Confucius has joined us in the... Actually, no, it's who's the Art of War? Now going to my... I'm back in philosophy.
Wasn't it?
Sorry?
Lutze?
Lao Tzu.
Lao Tzu, yes. Art of War.
Lao Tzu, the Art of War. God, I'm getting into my philosophy class back in 6th form now. Right, so yes.
But now the ghost presumably is going to go for Quickdraw, and if it hits, which it probably will, give him another shot.
Yes, yeah. I can't see the stress on the ghost, although I'm pretty sure that 310 is a stress on the ghost.
It is, which is why he had to use Chopper.
Yeah,
in order to get that focus token.
Yeah. I just think that Davis made too many bad plays now to turn this around. The ghost is dying too fast. He's not doing damage. He can plink a quick draw with the twin laser. It will remove 2 shields, but not all of them, which is what he really wants to.
And it will give quick draw
another
shot
attack,
now.
which just makes it even worse.
Absolutely.
Which you're going to have to deal with that at some point. You might as well deal with it now, but it would be better to rip all the shields off. To be fair with twin laser, it's only once per round, so she will lose 2, and she'll only get 1 more activation of that.
Yes. We're being...
Not sure why.
They're clarifying stress, I think.
Yes.
That's 1. No, that's dodged.
Wow.
That is dodged, so that's even worse for...
But there is a twin laser turret involved still.
Oh, no. No, that did actually hit, apparently.
It did hit, yes, woo!
No, but still, only being able to drop 1 shield off quick draw is much worse than 2.
I fully agree. I fully agree with you here.
So, but
that's a hit and crit.
That is ouch.
And it's got a target lock. Fire control activates as well, so there we go. So now he gets another target lock back and blank. No. That's a bit of a saving grace.
Hit crit from the looks of it. Oh yeah, it has 1 green at this range.
I can't see what it is. It's 1 that's been put on and a crit, so yes. That's hurting at this point.
Yes.
Direct hit. Ouch. Ouch.
That's 3 more. It's got 3 left from...
It's dying way too fast.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Ugh. Yeah. No.
Or Yoda, risk losing you must, so that a chance to win you have. I don't know if that's something Yoda would have said, but I approve nonetheless. And here we go. This is the second twin laser, I believe, onto your quick draw.
That's 2.
That's 2. That's enough.
That's
yeah,
hit.
That's another hit. Okay, so at least he's done something to quick draw. But if quick draw does get the double tap,
still has a shield.
Yeah, so she'll get another double tap next round, and that's
which should do it for the ghost.
To be fair, the primary on its own would kill the ghost.
Yeah, and
Duchess as well. If Duchess doesn't finish off the ghost first,
and Duchess and quick draw versus a prototype pilot only goes one way.
Yep,
a prototype pilot cannot deal with these 2.
No. Let's be fair to David. Like we said before, he didn't build this list.
He didn't build this list.
He didn't build to his style. No. If we would have had his list on the stream, maybe it would have been better.
He probably would have done better flying his rebel list
because his was a blocker. His would have torn this one to shreds, I think, because his is a blocking list.
Yeah, and that's going to severely hurt this kind of. That's only one hit from there. So that's
1 of 8.
Yeah.
Well, it's got focus anyway, so yep, nothing ventured.
Yeah, no, that's Duchess is fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm very impressed with I'm very impressed with the striker.
Yes.
It has surprised me. The U-wing wasn't around long enough for me to get an impression of it, sadly.
No, but the striker, the maneuver. I think that's what we were saying. The maneuverability on the striker is really quite excellent. It makes it very difficult to deal with.
And here we have the next problem. Kanan is stressed.
So he can't K. He really needs to.
He really needs to clear the stress.
Yes.
Which means he's locked into a 2 bank or a 2 forward or a 3 forward, I believe.
Yep.
So he's limited there on his options. He's either got to chopper, which he's damaging himself then.
And he's got very little health left.
Exactly.
That's not a good move.
Or he's just got to somehow find a way to block Duchess, which would be difficult in itself.
Yeah.
Or block quick draw. Which even that would prove difficult.
Yes.
Because quick draw can just do a 1 bank, I believe. Can it do 1 bank?
I think it can.
I believe they are slow enough to do a 1 bank. And a 2 turn would not block quick draw, I think.
No. And then it would still have to deal with Duchess.
Yeah.
So that's a 2 bank from the A-wing.
Yep.
Clears its stress.
Now, where's it going to go? What's it going to do? Because he's probably going to boost it. I'll be honest. He's probably going to boost it.
He's probably going to boost it.
I don't know if that's the best option.
Carving away from this rock to be facing.
I don't think he's facing. I think he could get past rock with straight. By the
you're
angle.
right. He could.
So he could opt for a target lock, but the question is, will he be in range to even fire?
He's going for a boost
to try and get distance. He doesn't want Duchess getting the extra dice because that's 2 versus 3. He wants it to be a 2v2, playing the odds once again because he knows that the attack is favoured on 2 dice. And a 2 bank, which puts him dangerously in front of an asteroid, which...
I think he's assuming he's not going to be alive to hit it.
Yep, true, but then assuming you're going to die is probably not the best course of action either.
No, although he might be able to avoid it.
Because now, Quickdraw's going to do a 2-turn or a 2-bank, and Duchess is going to end up in the donut hole, and both of them are going to be in the donut hole. So that means Kanan, if he does miraculously survive...
Can't shoot.
Can't shoot anything. This has just been a completely awful match in general for David, in terms of... I think... like I say, unfamiliarity with the list and just things just going completely wrong for him.
Yeah.
And Robin is also not a beginner player. Let's say he's a veteran of the game. He's planning to go to Yavin, I believe, as well.
I think so. Yes.
I was going to go with him. Christmas said no.
Yeah. Yeah.
As it usually does. Anyway. While we're here, it's worth talking about what we've got coming up this weekend.
Yes.
Because we have got something else coming up soon. Yes, we have got a tournament this Saturday, which the new ships are viable. 1 bank from the tire safe. Okay, now, if he doesn't barrel roll, and Kanan does survive, somehow...
Focusing.
He will...
I doubt it. He's going to get a lot of dice coming at him.
We do have the standard tournament coming up this Saturday. Starts at 10:30, although whether we start on time is another question. Here goes Duchess. She's not doing adaptive ailerons.
I think that makes sense at this point. She wants to just be able to bank
1
in
bank
to get that shot.
And get the shot.
Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, the standard tournament, these ships are permissible. Everything from the new
boxes.
The new boxes is allowable.
Yes.
Which I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of list we get.
Yes. Yes. See what people come up with now that they're allowed new things that they haven't tried in a tournament.
I mean, it's unprecedented because usually we do say there has to be at least a week's grace period in between. But given that this is a very casual event and we kind of want to start the new year with a bang, we thought let's do it.
Let's have some new things.
Crit, hit, that could be enough.
We will see. He might have to...
That doesn't look like direct hit to me. Oh dear, what's he doing? I think he's checking.
I think he's counting.
Yes. I think he's realised he's still alive for now.
Okay, which... Really...
Not going to last for long, because Quickdraw can push through the 1 damage.
That was enough.
That was enough. That was
actually
it.
Enough.
Boom. Dead. Finito. It is over. I'm calling it now. The A-Wing cannot pull this back. If it...
Not on its own.
I am all for a David and Goliath story, but this is one Goliath that cannot be contended with, even if they are 2 mini Goliaths in a weird way, or 2 Davids.
He appears to be attempting that shot through a rock.
I know David, he'll want to go to the very bitter end in this engagement, even if he knows he's kind of... He can see that he's lost.
That's a crit. But Quickdraw's got range 3 through a rock.
Yeah, but if he doesn't, that means he plinks off the last shield, doesn't have to worry about the return fire next time.
This is true. That would be...
To be fair, if you got a shot, why not?
True.
Although I doubt that it's going to happen.
Oh, no,
actually, no, it looks like they're going right to Dahl, so I assume there was a focus.
Oh, okay.
Which was unfortunate.
Yes.
Okay. So, right. What do you think each ship is going to do?
Oh dear. Well,
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, the poor A-Wing...
Duchess probably wants to sloop. Or K-turn. She wants to turn around.
We know the A-Wing isn't going left, which, to be fair, that's probably what it would have wanted to do.
No, it's going to have to go forward or right. It can make fast that rock forwards, I think.
It may just do a 2-4 to try and hide behind the rock if...
Yes,
for whatever reason.
At which point Quickdraw probably wants to go slow.
Yeah, Quickdraw would want to go slow. He might try and block Quickdraw, which, to be fair, would be nice to see him actually block with the A-Wing this round.
That is... that's what the A-Wing...
It's its bread and butter. That's what it does.
That is what the prototype does. That's its job.
Yeah, it gets in the way and lets
although from
other
what
things.
Robin said, its job in this list was to supply an evade token.
It does both.
But, you can
move
quite
up.
happily do
You
both.
can move up block, and also take an evade. So why not?
Yes, there we go. That's it. Just sitting there.
Yeah, just sitting there. Yeah. Although a one bank might just do it. Let's see what happens.
No, I think a one bank will be fine for Quickdraw. Putting him. Yeah. No. That is where Quickdraw wants to be. That's a very good piece for him.
Oh dear. Good night. Duchess is the dangerous one. I presume an adaptive Ailerons and then a Kanan, or even just a Kanan.
Well, if it adaptive Ailerons round here and then Katan's, and it'll be pacing it in towards the. It's only a 2K, so it's not very far.
Yeah, I mean he's covering. I think Robin's covering.
No, that's just flying away.
Interesting. Okay, I've got to bring this down now then.
Yes, because we're
good. This is suddenly going on further than I expected, distance-wise at least. Let's see if it goes on time-wise. Which we got 15 minutes on the clock. Do we think we're going to need all those 15 minutes? For
I don't
this?
think so.
Nor do I.
No. That prototype pilot is getting at least one, maybe two shots into it this time.
And with a shot like that, I don't fancy his chances. Mm-hmm. That's dead. That's a blank out, isn't it? No, there's one evade in there.
No, that's one, and that's two. No, that's two. So it's lost its shields.
It lost its shields. Well,
so it's going to shoot.
It's halfway dead.
So it's going to shoot. If it can knock off Quickdraw's last remaining shield,
it will take another shot.
It probably will. It'll take another shot. Oh no! It's going for. It's got a range 3 on Duchess.
Wise decision. You at least survive one more round. I think that's what David's going for. Even though I would just say it's inevitable, I might as well go for the Hail Mary on Quickdraw and pray that somehow I get 2 crits and one of them is a direct hit. Because 3 hit and that's 2 crits would do it. 1...
But she has an evade token. So,
exactly what Hedge said. Risk losing you must, so that a chance to win you have.
Yeah.
If he would have... it's a long shot. They get a hit, crit, and then one of the crits is direct hit. But it would have killed Quickdraw.
Yeah.
Quickdraw, would she get her attack? Because she'd be dead.
I think she doesn't. I'm pretty sure she...
So it would have saved you?
Yes. Although a shieldless prototype fight against Duchess still favours Duchess.
It does, however, Duchess is also vulnerable. It's a 2 versus 2 exchange there.
Absolutely, yes.
So there is still the danger. And also, don't forget, that attack is favoured. So
yes, it is.
As long as the A-Wing can keep away from Duchess's arc, which is difficult in its own right, because, of course, Duchess is super manoeuvrable.
Yeah.
But if it could, then it is possible. There's a very small probability of this going in David's for a win. Well, I don't think.
If he'd shot Quickdraw, there would have been a tiny possibility of this working out.
Actually, if Quickdraw does a 2 hard here, and he'd have to barrel roll to catch the A-Wing, although with a target lock, you've got enough modification to do a range 1 shot.
Yeah. Which I assume is probably what's going to happen here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what I would do in David's circumstance, and I just don't think anything would matter at this point.
Oh, that's a 1 hard.
Oh, 1 hard.
They can do those.
Yeah, I believe it's red for it, isn't it?
I'm
pretty sure it's red.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, there it is. There's the stress token.
But that's fine because it has arc from the looks of it.
Yep, and he's got a target lock. That's enough modification.
That'll do.
Yeah. The SF has been one of my favourite... Apparently, Robin has been very fond of the SF, and I'm very pleased to see him using 2 SFs. This is a nice little list.
That's
is it
not using the Ailerons, and it's... that looks to me like it's going to be a sloop.
Yes, I concur.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it was a good game while it lasted. But Duchess has got a range 3 shot just barely on the prototype. Maybe, possibly.
According to Corner, I think yes. Probably.
Unfortunately, the poor prototype isn't going to get much chance to fire back because, of course, it would fire last.
Yes. Yep, that's in.
Yep, in. Range 3, so Duchess has 3 versus 2. It's not in the favour of the A-Wing.
3 versus 4.
Yes, because, yeah, right.
It's an A-Wing at
it's an
range
A-Wing.
3. So this is really where the A-wing likes sitting. Although
Not with all those blanks.
No, not with those dice.
And there's the game, because it's just all over from that point. We could tell when it was over, and it was over much long before this round.
Yeah.
Robin only lost one ship and two shields of Quickdraw and one off Duchess, one hull. It's a shame, really. I kind of had my hopes on David's list for this one, but Robin's list really surprised me. It really hits hard.
It hurts. SFs have damage
with the fire control system, because I always thought what was worried, putting points on an SF doesn't seem worthy, but with the SF, with the home missiles and the guidance chips, it has Alpha Strike power. It can wipe something off the board very quickly, so if it's a small ship or an ace, it can just basically say goodbye, gone. Then it has the fire control system for future attacks, to then get quality, especially on Quickdraw where it gets double the attacks.
Robin said this was designed to take out a defender in the opening pass.
Well, I think if it can
I think it can.
It can. If it can take out a ghost and a ghost and the U-wing, I think it can, because the ghost died very quickly. But yeah, that is it. I think that's just a good point for us to end tonight. So yeah, we'll be back this Saturday. If you're an X-Wing player, of course you're watching now. You can watch us this Saturday at 10:30. Whether we start at 10:30 is the question. I will definitely have the stream on the intro screen at 10:30, but it might be 11:15. We do have run a little bit for that. It's 25 people in the event. 24. We've sold out of tickets because we did cap the event because we have a Pokemon event going at the same time. But it should be a nice little casual tournament. We've got that going on. And also, I'm going to announce now, because I may forget about it on Saturday. Not this Saturday, but the following weekend, we have a return of Magic the Gathering to our fair stream. We have the Aether Revolt pre-release, which we're doing the midnight, the 2 o'clock in the afternoon stream for Saturday, and the 6 p.m. GMT stream on Sunday. So Magic's making its illustrious return to our airwaves. And don't forget, you can catch more videos like this on our YouTube channel. This video will be on YouTube as well. I'll try and get this up here tonight so people can view it in preparation for the weekend. It's, of course, also unboxing. And yeah, we should be back with you guys on Saturday. So yeah, well, I've been Elliot Baker. And tonight with me, I've had, of course, Max here doing the episode. Thank you for joining us on such short notice as well. We'll see you. We'll have you here on Saturday with Hedge as well. The three of us, it's going to be good. I think. I think it's going to be good. And we had, of course, Robin and David, who are very kindly playing their game, and of course are packing up now. So we thank them for joining us. Thank you for joining us at Athena Games. If you are watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and like this video if you like the content. Comment below if you have any questions, or if you actually just want to tell us how much you enjoyed the stream, or offer your own observations. Maybe we missed something. You'll get a non-prize if you point out any mistakes made during the stream. I do say a non-prize there. Yeah, and check out all of our other videos. If you're on Twitch, just follow us. You'll get emails whenever we go live, which is usually on Wednesdays when we're doing flight nights. If we're doing a flight night, we don't do everyone every Wednesday. But you'll also get an alert for anything we go online for. So yeah, we hope to see you in the future, guys. See you Saturday. Ta-ra!